Hi everybody, today reversing tips. You've got a caravan on the back, you're driving, but when it's time to go backwards, what are the simple ways of making sure the caravan goes where you want it to go? Stick around. A couple of key points. We're in a big car park here that we're allowed to be in, so I don't have my seatbelt on. Don't put the comments down there just yet. We've got our mirrors in place. We've got a big 20-foot van on the back. So just a few things about reversing a caravan. First thing, when you get the opportunity, definitely have a spotter. So somebody that's traveling with you or somebody in the caravan park, if you're by yourself, that you can actually say to them, look, do you mind spotting me? Ideally, the spotter will always stand where you can see them. So a spotter's useless if you can't see them. The other thing is some people choose to have a telephone hookup with that person or a little CB radio, something like that, so they can communicate to each other. But very important, the spotter's always going to see what you're about to hit before you do, typically. After that, we've walked our site, we know where the van needs to go, and then it's very much your mirrors. When reversing a caravan, don't rely too much on the reversing camera, because the reversing camera is more about how close you get to something. It doesn't give you a wide enough field of view to see where the van is turning or what's on the sides. So just remember that one. And then these are the tips that will get you through. Tip number one, when you're reversing a caravan, for those that are new to this, if you put your hands at the bottom of the steering wheel, if I turn now to the right with my hands, the caravan will go to the right. If I turn my hands to the left, the caravan will turn to the left. So that's an easy way of getting things started, because you know which direction you want the van to start to move. Start with your hands on the bottom, turn in the direction you want that van to start to move, either side. Tip number two has everything to do with your mirrors. So your wider mirrors and your car's body mirrors. If you're reversing your caravan and you start to see too much caravan in that mirror, you turn the wheel to that mirror and it will make the caravan go the opposite direction. Single axle vans, take it nice and slow. They will turn faster than a big tandem axle van. But that's your general rule of thumb. Too much van in one mirror, turn to the mirror, it will swing it back the other way. As I'm reversing now, if I start to see too much caravan on that side of the car, as we're starting to see now, I turn towards that side of the car and the van's going to start going back the other way. So as soon as you get it straighten your wheel, allow it to keep going backwards. And again, if I want it to go the other way, obviously, I can then start to make it swing the other way, like so. And now I'm starting to see too much caravan out the right-hand side of the car. And again, turn towards that mirror, she straightens back up. So starting off, I want to turn the van to the right-hand side of the car. So my hands are at the bottom. I turn to the right and I start going backwards. And straight away the van's already started swinging around to the right. And then I can start to level it back off if I need to. Now I'm going to do a hard 90-degree turn. So I want the van to go to the left. So turn to the left from the bottom. The van's already started swinging nice and hard. And then you can start to let it out a little bit so it doesn't hook around too much. And then just before you get there, you can start to peel it back off or let the wheels out. And there's just as a little straighten the wheel, go forward. The van follows nicely. And then we can tuck it back in there a little bit more if we needed to. And then just straighten it back up. So that's reversing a caravan. Couple of simple tips. Use them. Don't forget, we're in a closed off car park, so we didn't need to put our hazard lights or indicators, things like that. We advise that you do. Safety always first. Take your time, find a space where you can practice these things, even grab a couple of witches' hats or things that you can then try and avoid. It is easy. We'll see you out there.